All right, let's get this show started. We will have to do something terrible today. Terrible and or terrifying, which is risk our good standing with the Terrans and try to find a tour that is unprotected and that we can grab. That's honestly going to be a tough ask. Especially since we lost Nikki. Did we lose Nikki? We lost something. We lost something there. Rombi is still unable to fight. Well, some of your weapons are attack everybody. I'm sure you'll eventually figure out how to attack people. But I need to do this one little request that's on the screen right now. You can see it. Rombi's dead 0. Okay, ignore that part. I don't like that part. But it says to board. And it says a tour for Chosrau. And that is exactly what we are going to do today. But first, I need to dock the ship.
Military base.
Oh, I'm also wasting energy cells. Which is a good message that I should keep my ships moving. I did buy a Boreas. You should jump and get to that Boreas, which is sitting in this.
Docking granted.
Boreas is called the Aurora Borealis, and the Aurora Borealis should buy at least some software.
Special command, patrol command, navigate or collect mineral scanner installed. Duplex scanner, boost extension, engine to rudder optim cargo bay extension installed.
How many shields can you run?
With some sacrifice of shielding and armament.
5. Aurora, buy 2 more 2 gigajoule shields.
2 gigajoule shield installed.
Of the weapons that are here, we don't want to buy any. Right, Knuffle should be sitting at that base ahead of us, so we're just gonna dock there and switch over to Knuffle. And then we have to really start figuring out things quickly. So the first thing is we'll have to select a crew, and we will have to collect. Honestly, I should already get on that. We need to collect all the boarding pods that we can find. I do remember I had a kind of a baldric. No, not a baldric. I had a bunch of not baldrics, marine scabbards. Marine scabbards were sitting at places where they could potentially buy some boarding pods. But they don't have any here. Do you have any aboard? You do have 11 boarding pods aboard. And you? You can buy more boarding pods.
Boarding pod.
Energy cells, you have enough. So you're gonna jump. Oh, you don't even have. Is there an. Alright, grab the equipment dock.
Command accepted.
And you also need an equipment dock.
Docking granted.
Get to the equipment docks because I want them to have navigation software. I don't even know why they don't have it. That is weird. Did I manually control them? Not manually, like semi-manually control them before? Strange. Anyway, we need boarding pods. This is a heist movie now, basically. So we're in the the planning phase of the heist. What do you do in the planning phase of a heist movie? Who can tell me the most important parts of a heist movie? You gotta select a target, but we got the target selected once. Our target is a tour. I guess that's step 0, but we've got step 0. Next thing, you've got to get your crew together. So, I should get my crew together. We have We have 15 boarding pods on this ship, which is fine. Put down the blueprint on the table and stand over it menacingly. And do a training montage with the crew. Yeah, well... We don't need a training montage, but we do need the crew. For that I will have to... Wait, why do we only have 28? Did we lose some people? I thought we had 30 people. Are some people stuck somewhere? I thought I had 30 Marines. Nope, turns out I only have 28. Maybe some died of old age. I don't know. I don't think they can die of old age, and I would certainly hope they don't die after a few hours. This station is still hostile to us, funnily enough.
This outpost
which is funny, because they do have boarding pods. Speaking of which, do you still have more boarding pods? I didn't even check. No. Did we leave some boarding pods on the Lubu?
Military base.
There are indeed 2 boarding pods on the Lubu. Let's pick them up. We will need all boarding pods that we can find. Essentially.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of our president and senator, the Argon Federation...
Connection to local trading network established.
Lubu, give me your boarding pods.
Boarding pod transferred.
Right, next. The Marines. Are the Marine scabbards already where they want to be? You're at least somewhere. You should buy a navigation software.
Navigation command and duplex scanner installed.
Duplex scanner can also not hurt. Alright, next. Can I get some more boarding pods? Oh, Duke's Domain is out of stuff again. I have to rectify that. Eleanor's Fortune has potentially some in the military outpost.
Command accepted.
And this Marine Scabbard is also ready to... Oh, you're not even tuned. Get tuned. You don't have Boosto. Get Boosto. Get a triplex. You have a triplex.
Special command. Patrol command.
Alright, and now I want you to jump and fly to station. I think Great Reef has a military base. It does not. Mists of Elysium? We don't know because I haven't bothered exploring. Barren's Shores. Oh. No, Pontifex Seclusion has some. Well, let's go to Pontifex's Seclusion then.
Granted. Command accepted.
In the meantime, we need to check out our statistics here. For boarding a Terran ATF M2, we will need, also what's up with you, an average fighting rank of 38. Soldier husks still. I gave you 3 people to buy soldier husks. What about the soldier husk economy over here? Let's increase the price a bit.
Can specify at which price the freighters
I don't really care about the soldier husk price.
Selected.
Alright, let's take a look at the game over. Alright, 46, 50, 49, 62, 99, 51, 71, 70, 94. Yeah, we should easily have the fighting power, assuming we don't take people like Cleo Gisler with us. Yeah. We should have easily the fighting power to grab that ship. Which means I just have to select the right kind of crew and then we can do it. Honestly, the game over. Do you have enough energy cells? You do have a good amount of energy cells. You could have more, but I guess it's good enough. So I want you to jump and fly to position. First off, jump to sector. No, jump to and fly to position. And where will we try to capture Tyr? First of all, just fly into asteroid belt.
Command accepted.
We'll go from there. I don't know yet where we will fight. Next. Is Nikki still here? I think I lost Nikki. Nikki used to be a ship that had a lot of... Nikki's disruptive presence had a lot of, iron thingies. I need to find a kind of setup where I can consistently get the shields down of the ship, and I can consistently keep the shields low. And I'm almost thinking it will have to be the Knuffle. I'll just have to put the right kind of weapons on Knuffle, and then we can do it.
Once owned by the Pontifex Maximus
What options do we have?
Paradia, sailing under the name Trinity, this unique vessel was the prototype for a new M6 class of ship. The contract for serial production of the ship was cancelled for financial reasons when the Paranid Defense Directorate decided to divert
I mean, we can
funds
probably
to its
PBG
secret
it
jumping
down.
project. The ship's awesome capabilities place it between an M6 and an M7.
And honestly, from Terran ships, we don't really have to fear any weapons that they will shoot down our incoming boarding pods. I'm just gonna claim that.
Unknown sector.
Also, Rombi, could you please kill those ships? Well, now Rombi is shooting. There seems to be a problem out of sector that Rombi out of sector can't kill these Ks. Alright. Rombi got rid of them. Good job, Rombi. Right, Commissar Zephyrus, great exchange with the Aurora. And over more PPCs.
Photon pulse black
artillery artilleries.
Transferred.
I don't know who's supposed to have the advanced satellites. What next? Probably PT&I heavy weapons.
Docking granted. Command accepted.
No, heavy weapons is Gauss. We want PPC. Oh, and we immediately have another mission for Final Fury, but we are going to ignore this mission for Final Fury now for a bit. Because our mission today is to grab a tier. Right, we just need to get everything into position, then we can easily do it. So, you guys buy us more boarding pods.
Boarding pod.
And while you're there, more energies. Yeah, I know. And Heaven's Assertion has no military base. I always think it does, but it doesn't. Here we have.
Granted. Command accepted.
I cut myself while cooking. Are you bringing the tier to Final Fury? Yeah, of course. That's why I'm doing it beforehand. Like, I basically want to get our entire capital fleet before I do the final mission of Final Fury. So, if you have a wish for a capital ship, Knuffle, speak now or be silent. I mean, also, if you have a wish for how I should equip the Boreas, for example. I'm actually tempted to make a ship that only uses Gauss cannons, or that uses as many Gauss cannons as possible. But I haven't really looked into which ship that could be. The Boreas can run 24 Gauss. The Titan can run also 24 Gauss. I think a Taladi ship can potentially run more Gauss. No, also only 24 Gauss.
Its technology is based on the Paranid Odysseus and the Boron Ray. It is well armed and shielded, but
The entire fleet, just like XPTF? Kinda, but I would have to come up with an idea for every faction.
This destroyer was one of the most powerful ships the Argon faced in the Xenon.
It might be that there's no ship that can run more than 24 Gauss.
This destroyer is the pride of the Paranid fleet. It was developed from an earlier model used by the Terran.
Yeah, I can't see any ship that can run more
Boron
Gauss.
destroyer is fast, maneuverable, and despite the Boron's peaceful nature, very deadly. It is heavily armed, and its weapons are complemented with powerful shield generators.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if you have any idea. Otherwise, we already have a decent chunk. We already have we have the Rombaka. We're currently equipping the Aurora. The Lubu is fully equipped. We're gonna grab the Tyr, so we're already gonna be up to 4 capitals, like full capitals. We have the Spookatai, which is a capital. We have the Catnip, which is a capital. We have the Kaladin, which is a capital. And actually between them we have all the races represented.
Panther. High energy plasma thrower installed. The recently introduced Akuma destroyer, as its name suggests, is seen as a demon by innocent pilots trying to safely reach their destinations. Little is known about the capabilities of this ship.
The microphone wasn't working. How long was I quiet here? Maybe just now, but... yeah, there was a... I don't know, it wasn't even that I was muted. About 5 minutes, really? Huh, you answered my questions surprisingly well, Knuffle. Considering that you didn't hear them. Okay. Anyway, the problem...
Nathan's voyage.
The problem wasn't even that it was muted, it was just... some cable was loose somewhere. Well, luckily I always check the volumes, because I'm paranoid about that. Apparently not paranoid enough to notice in less than 5 minutes. But yes, Mike. Actually, it's Mike's fault that I noticed. Because I was looking at Mike's chat, and I was like... noticing that I'm not really answering the question. But yeah, Gnaffle! I should put it on the list here. I should put it on the list. Knuffle wants an Akuma for Knuffle. There we go. That's gonna be even more things that we have to do before we can finish the game, because people really love this game. And it should go on Forever.
Entering system.
Forever.
Nathan's
Also,
voice.
hello, Blobber. I saw your Caesar 3 no, I didn't watch all of it. I just watched the part where you tried, oh, what was the map called? Lutetia version 3? No, not Lutetia. Technitia? Lucretia? Oh, we get a giant ship in X4. That map is unreasonable. Oh, hell, yeah. Logistica, yeah. Well, there you can see how well I remember those names. Alright, an Akuma though, actually an Akuma is easier than a Tur. In principle. Because the Akuma will not nearly be as defended. We look over to Weaver's Tempest. I don't see any Akumas. Senators... Wasteland, I don't see any Akuma. Okrakos... Well, there is an Akuma somewhere. And we're only gonna poke the entire bear hive, that is the Yaki nation. It's not really a nation, but we're gonna poke them, yeah. You will... You think it's too unreasonable? Like, you got unlucky there, though, because you got the problem with, the Mars, punishment right when that wave came. So you couldn't even try whether, like, you could have done it with a single legion. And what kind of enemies were those? Like, do you remember? Were they Nubians?
Black hole sun.
Because I heard that, oh, but you managed to become, like, net positive already on the money flow. So...
A complex hub controls power.
Money side you were doing alright. In Caesar 3, that is. For those that don't know what I'm talking about here. Right, more boarding pods. And get to the next outpost.
Command accepted.
And more boarding pods.
Boarding pod bought. This missile is not compatible.
Yes, we know
with
it's
your
not
ship.
compatible.
Docking granted. Command accepted.
Yeah, you didn't get any templates, yeah. And you dipped above 300 population. That was the bigger problem. That was what really hurt. But yeah, the question actually, because the only thing you said at the end was, oh, I couldn't even have defeated them even without the punishment of Mars. But I'm not sure, because I didn't check the vault what type of enemies those were. Because I heard, and I'm not a Caesar 3 player, but I heard that some of the desert enemies are very weak. Like I know the person who's making the Dunkel map, which is a Faithful Echo, and the Faithful Echo kind of complained that the Egyptians, for example, are super weak. Also, were walls available? Are walls available for you? Oh, yeah, right, you're gonna test it. Oh, it's also gonna be a tough map, I can already warn you. I know a little bit, because it's modeled after that Pharaoh map. And that Pharaoh, it's supposed to be hard.
Outpost.
But it's not supposed to be like, oh, we're just cranking up everything up to infinite difficulty. Because that's just lazy design if you do that.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of our president and senator, the
More boarding
Port
pods.
connection to local trading network established.
Alright. And I need to consider quickly what weapons I need to go for. Return immediately, they say. We're gonna ignore that message.
Will the parents of the Argon girl by the name of Susie please pick her up at the casino?
You can make too much money too quickly via exports. Yeah. Honestly, the thing is just that Caesar 3 is a lot easier than Pharaoh economically. And I know it sounds like super super like arrogant to say that, but the margins are so much bigger compared to Pharaoh. And also, you need so much fewer people, like so many fewer people. It's you can so easily generate a city where you just have unemployment because you don't know what to do with your people, and yet you have all the jobs filled. You have your export economy maxed out. The houses don't need that much, and the industries don't cost that much to build. Because one thing that in Caesar doesn't scale, I think, is the difficult. Like the difficulty doesn't scale the price of the buildings. Whereas in Pharaoh, if you play on very hard, all the buildings cost 50% more. And that really hurts. That really hurts very quickly. In addition, the import-export differences are way less. Like, weapons are insanely good in Caesar. Weapons are not that great in Pharaoh. You're actually not really making a lot of money. I still haven't decided what to run on this ship, though.
Once owned by the Pontifex Maximus Paranidia, sailing under the name Trinity, this unique vessel was the prototype for a new M6 class of ship.
Iron Shard? Do we have some Iron Shards? Oh. We do have some HEPTs. Pulse beam emitters honestly could be good. Yeah, pulse beam emitters might not be bad. Yep, buildings don't scale, only starting money and tax rates. Wait, only starting money?
Entering system, treasure chest.
I thought there were more things that scale with difficulty. Nothing else economically scales. What about the military? That's another thing in Pharaoh. Like the Cushites on very hard. They're just a wall. Like literally, they're just invasion size. Yeah, okay. Oh, in Pharaoh, the Cushites, they're just so scary. And then I heard the sea people are even worse. I think some people claim. Alright, let's gather our crew. This is the next plan. This is the next phase of the heist movie.
Boarding.
I will need jump drives. Maybe. Well, we'll see. Alright, Marine Scabbard, jump and flight position. Flight the game over.
Command accepted.
And other Marine Scabbard as well. Beware the Chosrow. Yeah, beware the Chosrow. No, I did not finish Pharaoh. Pharaoh was the stream that was the filler stream. Like, I finished X3 Reunion, which is the game in the series before this one. And then I was like, yeah, I don't want to immediately go back to space. So I said, oh, I'm going to play through Pharaoh on very hard. I'm going to take the military side missions because I never did that when I was a child. Plus, I then also started tilting towards I'm not going to cheese anything. So I'm not going to cheese lock in the hyenas or something. I'm going to try to naturally do the things. And I tried to do it without gold mines because the scourge of the military campaigns in Pharaoh is that almost every mission just gives you access to gold mines, which makes everything just trivial and boring. So I tried to do it without gold mines as well. Why not Cities of the Nile? I don't know. I don't know why people like, I feel like Caesar... Like, I know Marek really hates Pharaoh. I feel like for making an eternal city, Caesar 3 is better. I will agree with Jake that any day of the week. Because the mechanic that the Nile floods and sometimes doesn't flood so much either means you need a lot more buffer, or yeah, otherwise need to fix that. But I think Pharaoh O otherwise is a straight up improvement over Caesar 3 as far as I can tell. Like, you can disagree, you can say, I don't like how it looks. I get that maybe, but also I don't, because I think Pharaoh looks better than Caesar 3. Jake doesn't like the sand. Yeah, but I really like the Oasis, kind of like Oasis theme. Pot Kettle V3? Oh, you're calling Kaladin the Vicky 3 boy, yeah. Fitting. Yeah, I don't like sand. No, but I really like... I like the fact that Pharaoh is so much harder than Caesar 3. Like, I'm not playing any custom maps that are like, oh, so designed to make things tough. No, I just play the campaign on very hard, and it is genuinely challenging. And I think that's good. I think that's a good thing. I think they nailed the balance more in Pharaoh. No, I can't give him that much credit because they also... 2 of the early missions are impossible on very hard because they tuned the difficulty with the expansion Cleopatra. So if you do play it on very hard, there are 2 missions where you can't even win it because the difficulty doesn't just scale economic stuff, it also scales development stuff. In particular, the entertainment requirement for making your city grow, and not city grow, but making your houses evolve, are stricter on higher difficulties. But that's another Pharaoh. You're making me want to play Pharaoh. That is your sneaky plan here. I need to stop thinking about Pharaoh. We need to capture a capital ship here. But I did participate. I did participate in Jake's call to record new voice lines for Caesar 3. Right, there's an ATF military tour. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything. They're all on top of each other. It's a tour and 4 Skineers. Is the tour actually unique? There's the Odin with an Aegir. Maybe there's only 1 tour going around. There's a Tokyo. There's an Osaka, a Yokohama. More Yokohamas. Nothing. What's in Titan and nothing. Jupiter 2, Jupiter 3, got nothing. Mercury has no one. A Skineer and Venus. Man, I really wanted a Skineer. God damn it, game, despawning the station on me. Okay, I think we have no choice. I think the only tour is the one in Jupiter right now, so... move to position somewhere up here.
Command accepted.
You. Oh no, wait. First we have to select the crew. Nope, nope. Return. Stop.
Command accepted.
Why not capture a tour and name it Ra? Why should I name it Ra? Just for the Pharaoh theme? Is Tyr the Germanic equivalent of Ra? Are you gonna make that claim? Because Tyr is more like a war god. Tyr is more like
Entering system. Asteroid belt.
I don't even know what that corresponds to. Yeah, I know Ra is the sun god. I mean, it also is always hard with Egyptian gods. It's always hard to say what exactly they are, because there's like, if you look over the 3,000 years of ancient Egyptian religion, the roles of the gods shifted quite a bit. It shifted quite a bit. All right, but now, this is the stage of the heist movie where we select our crew. So, not you. Game over. Raid exchange with the scabbard, and put over low fighting rank people.
Marine
You,
transferred. Marine
You.
transferred.
or
Marine
you,
transferred. Marine
You.
transferred.
or
Marine
you.
transferred.
How many do we have? We have 23. Two more.
Marine
You.
transferred.
And you must have 37.
Marine
Okay.
transferred.
But 21 people on the game over. This is our crack team now that's gonna help us capture this tour, hopefully. I still don't know how we're gonna do that, but
Accepted.
let's pretend I know what I'm doing. Ooh. Also tour game over. Sorry, I forgot something once more. Nah, this is fine. I have enough. I can just bring the boarding pods myself. I'll just bring them myself. Well, it was an up or out system. Many gods retired, and the senior gods jostled for power. Jesus Sirius was an excellent example. Started at the top, got demoted, then came back from the dead. Oh, Jesus Cyrus. Oh god. You were making a joke on Jesus and Osiris because you watched too much of that. Ooh. Zeitgeist? Was that conspiracy video from the beginning of the millennium that everybody who was in the internet watched? And which... No, it wasn't TV. Man, am I the only one who's old enough to remember the Zeitgeist conspiracy video that was like a big thing? I think it also argued that 9/11 was an inside job. And it argued that Jesus is just an Osiris clone. Oof. You're not the only old person. So you saw it, Kaladin. You saw it. You saw Zeitgeist, the conspiracy video called... Well, it's like the German word Zeitgeist, but Americans don't know how to pronounce it. Wait, did you make that video, Kaladin? It would kind of fit into
Scabbard.
my image of you. Right, Commissar Zephyrus, more flag artillery arrays.
Artillery array bought.
Also, we kinda need Gauss cannon ammunition.
Gauss cannon.
But why don't you deliver the Gauss cannon ammunition to our
Docking granted.
friend?
Command accepted.
What about Petsukos, the god of crocodiles? That sounds good. Did their job change? You're asking the wrong person here, I don't know. And I sure hope the game over doesn't crash into something. Also, I haven't saved in a while. Alright, here we go. Give me your boarding pods. Where are your boarding pods?
Boarding pod transferred.
Make some more energy cells.
Energy cells transferred. Boarding pod transferred. Scabbard. Boarding pod transferred.
Okay. Ooh, how many people can be on the Knuckle? Only 5 though. Nah, not worth it. Alright, your job is... Please dock at somewhere here, like MAM. And you... Marine Scabbard are currently no longer needed, so your job's gonna be jump and fly to some station like the military station in Thines Abyss. Oh, it does not have a military station. Well, then the military station is Jin's Escape. Microsoft installed Edge on my computer again and made the shortcut. Well, I guess Microsoft wins in the end. It's like the bank in a casino. You can't try to win. Actually, I am using Microsoft Edge, but I'm also using multiple browsers, so it's by far not the only browser. Okay, we can't see the ATF Terran right now. I don't think we scout anybody else. There's a single Skilnir still there. Skilnirs and bodies, and there's the Odin. I would really not mind having an Odin, but also that would mean we would have to find some ships to fill the Odin with. There's another ATF Skilnir, suspiciously. But I guess it's just escorting a Tokyo. Joined USC ATF. You're bringing back Netscape Navigator. I never used Netscape Navigator.
Entering system.
I guess I'm too young for that? I'm not even sure that's true. Well, I used a lot of Firefox back in the day. And before Firefox, it was just Internet Explorer. Firefox was the first independent, so to speak, thing. Alright, there's our target, everybody. Look at it. Study it. Study your enemy. And shudder in fear, because how the hell are we gonna get that thing?